Oscar-winning actor Jeff Bridges is hard at work again with a newfound appreciation for life. Ben Mankiewicz has our Sunday profile.
This is our big scene, man. You know where your mark is?
On a spring day in Santa Barbara, Jeff Bridges is having fun, turning a backyard
We can't be looking at our mark.
into an acting studio with a woefully unprepared student.
Okay, now we're supposed to be talking, we're supposed to be kind of natural, man.
Right, totally.
Look, ooh, that was very nice, that gesture.
At 72, Bridges is a star with a singular brightness. 7 times an Oscar nominee,
Jeff Bridges in Crazy Heart.
winning Best Actor for Crazy Heart, he's a leading man
Heard you, my baby.
with the soul of a character actor. He can be a hero, a villain, a statesman,
I'm the dude.
or a stoner.
I think as a creative people, I think as artists, our task is to get hooked. I love getting hooked when I do.
Getting hooked is easy when the bug is in your blood. Born to actors Lloyd Bridges and Dorothy Simpson, his mom knew how to get a good performance out of him right from the get-go. At less than a year old, in a 1951 drama, The Company She Keeps.
And Jane Greer's, holding me, and I'm a happy baby. I'm smiling at her, like this. And I'm supposed to cry in the scene. And Jane says, "Oh, I don't want the baby to cry." My mom says, "Oh, just pinch him." Yeah, just pinch his foot there a little bit. I start to cry.
8 years later, Bridges shared the small screen with his dad in the hit CBS TV series Sea Hunt. A lesson then guides him today.
I can remember sitting me on his bed and, teaching me all the basics. Don't just say your lines because listen to what I'm saying and react off that,
Another acting role model was in the next room, his brother Beau Bridges, older by 8 years. Bolder, too.
Beau came up with a great idea. We rented a flatbed truck and would pull into a supermarket. And our father taught us how to stage fight. People would gather around, try to break us up, and then we go, "No, it's a show."
Hey, we go to Mexico. Be back sometime Monday.
Jeff's breakout film came in 1971, The Last Picture Show. Big studio offers followed, including Thunderbolt and Lightfoot opposite Clint Eastwood. Bridges, amazingly, told director Michael Cimino he wasn't right for the part.
"I don't know why you hired me, man. I'm not this guy." He said, Jeff. You know the game tag? I said, yeah. He said, "You're it."
He's been it ever since, in Against All Odds, Starman, Jagged Edge, Iron Man, True Grit, Hell or High Water, and of course, The Big Lebowski.
It's such a good movie. I mean, it's so well written.
That's just like your opinion, man.
And executed from all this, it's so wonderful when that happens.
If it seems Jeff Bridges leads a charmed life, consider the devastating 1-2 punch thrown at him during the pandemic.
You've had a couple of years.
Yeah, I've been away for a while with the cancer and the COVID and the whole thing,
The whole thing he's talking about began when he went to see a doctor after experiencing some pain.
I better get this checked out. And I go in and get a CAT scan and find out I have a 9 by 12 inch mass in my stomach. Lymphoma.
A cancer diagnosis was blow number 1. Number 2 came when Bridges and his wife Susan tested positive for COVID-19. Susan spent 5 days in the hospital. Jeff, 5 weeks.
Oh, man, what a journey.
What happened?
Well, couldn't breathe. And it's the amazing pain for not being able to breathe.
You have moments where you think, well, this might be it.
Oh, the doctors, my wife would ask, "Is he going to die?" And they say, "We're doing the best we can." They wouldn't reassure that it was all going to be fine. My doctors were saying, "Jeff, you got to fight, man. You're not fighting. You got to fight." And I said, "What are you talking about, man? I'm in surrender mode, man. I mean, we're all going to die, man. Come on." We're all going to get sick, you know, and die, and your friends are going to die. And that's part of it.
I imagine you thought about your family a bunch.
Oh yeah, dealing with problems. You know, what's right in front of you, and those turned out to be, well, that's life. That's the way. You know, that's what's in front of me, and isn't it beautiful?
This was particularly beautiful. Bridges made a pledge to dance with his daughter at her wedding.
When I started getting better, my goal was walking Haley down the wedding aisle. You know, I'd get to walk her down, but I did a little wedding dance, and it was really, really terrific.
His cancer now in remission, Jeff credits his wife Susan giving him the resolve to stay strong.
I was going to say 45, typical Hollywood marriage.
Yee-hee, so wonderful. Oh, man.
Where'd you meet her?
In Montana, making a movie. I have a photograph of the first words that I ever said to my wife, and what first words she said to me. Will you go out with me? No. And click, the guy took the picture, you know, and wow, it's my prized possession.
Hello?
Hey kid, it's me. They found me.
He's back at work too, on a TV series starring in The Old Man on FX. It's a richly drawn character, a former CIA operative pulled back in.
He's a guy who's getting along in age. He's not sure about his sanity and his past. Well, let's say it's interesting.
2022 is shaping up as a much better year for Jeff Bridges. He's got a new role and a fresh perspective.
During my illness, we so often say, that's not really what I wanted. I wanted more of this, you know. But just being alive, you know, seeing, hearing, feeling, touching. If COVID had taught us anything, it's taught us that we're all in this together, man. We're all connected, you know. And to feel that connection in the form of love coming at you, that's something else.